cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's time again to cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's the number one podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. It's time again.
What up, y'all? You tuned in to the 52 Scott Podcast. This is Music Monday, and I'm your host, Slash. And with me, I got Comedian 96, K Money, Freddie G. Together, we are the Mind of Men. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast. On Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. All right, and welcome back to another Music Monday. So the biggest, the largest, Big X the Plug. I know y'all know who he is. He out of Dallas.
Yes, sir.
What I'm gonna say about Big X the Plug is the nigga jamming. You know what I'm saying? The nigga's jamming. Now, just a couple of days ago, he released a country hip hop rap album.
Really?
Now, I know y'all remember we had a guest on here that done country rap. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Big X is doing it. So the country rap thing is something big. I think it's about to take off because we know Big X the Plug is a street rapper. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So he got a country album now, and mainly what he's doing to make it country, I'm guessing, you know, they talk about the relationships and different stuff like that. So this is what he's doing, and he can collab with some country artists, you know. So I think the album gonna be pretty good. I haven't heard it, but the title of the album is I Hope You're Happy. So he got some country features on there, like Darius Rucker, Luke Combs, Shea Boozy, and Jelly Roll.
Yeah,
He got the right one.
Yeah.
He got all the right ones.
But Big X the Plug is the right one to do it. You know, these are big collaborations actually. You know.
Yeah.
So I really want to hear it. I haven't heard it yet. So I'm guessing sometime, you know, today or this week, I'm gonna go and see if I can find the album and just listen to it, because I like to hear the rap artists do something different rather than just staying, you know, on the same thing. This is really good for Big X the Plug, because what I think he's about to do is take off to another height in the music industry. I think he's gonna be one of the longevity rappers. Mm-hmm. You know, we may be hearing from Big X the Plug 10 years from now, you know. So he got a nice little album. They actually done a video shoot where he actually shut down the streets of Dallas, you know, to do the video. Mm. So that released the other day. So basically what Big X say he doing is he pushing the boundaries. You know what I'm saying? He want to do something different than what the rest of these other rappers are doing. But the first jam I heard that I knew from Big X the Plug was The Biggest, the Largest.
Yeah.
Which in this particular track, if y'all familiar with the group War, okay,
Slipping in the Darkness.
Yeah, he sampled that little piece of Slipping in the Darkness at the beginning of that song, you know. And I was like, man, that's ingenious, because what I started thinking was, damn, how old is Big X the Plug? Because that shit come from our era.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
I'm like, wait a minute, what made him go there? Because, man, I used to jam the War album, period. War had some jams on that same one that he picked from. War had jams. So that kind of shows me he's looking into other stuff. He's not just stuck. So any upcoming rapper, if you rapping and you just on these regular 808 beats, like, you know, the production that the younger generation is doing now, you have to broaden your horizon to get a little further, because, you know, anybody that's 30, if you rapping, or 20, you really need to go back to the 70s music. If you think about it, let's just say the 90s, when, you know, I know we was pretty much heavy in the music industry in the 90s, our age group. We would go back to the 70s and sample their music.
It seemed like he's doing that on multiple of, I listen to most of his music. 2 AM.
Yeah.
He used Ron Isley beat, You're Contagious. What's the name? Texas, he says from Texas, I forget that one.
That's why I originally first heard it.
Yeah.
He dropped that on it. I think that was the first time I've ever heard him when he said, "I'm from Texas."
Mm-hmm.
So that was James.
And then on the one you were just talking about, Biggest to Largest.
Yeah.
At the beginning, he uses dun dun.
Slipping in the dark.
That's slipping. Oh, I thought that was a reggae song at the beginning. No.
We discussed that.
No. I'm talking about. I know he used that, but I thought that piece, just that beginning of the song, came from. It was a get up, stand up for your rights. But that's how it sounds with that same.
Yeah, it's not that. It's not that. It's like slipping in the dark, man.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, War was the group.
Okay,
so check this out. Dropping that country album was kind of bittersweet for him that day because you know that he was also arrested.
Exactly. And that was my next point. See, he got arrested and he wasn't able to make some of the after parties and stuff that he was supposed to make. So this is horrible. Now, what he got arrested for, he got pulled over 2 a.m. in the morning. And the police say they smelled marijuana. So, of course, that's legally, I can pull you over.
Yeah.
Hold on. They pulled them over because they smelled the marijuana?
Well, I think it was a routine trap. They're gonna say routine traffic stop.
DWB.
Yeah. So
black. That's what I say.
At 2:00 in the morning, he got pulled over. Now they smelled marijuana, but Big X the Plug, being a real G, he say, "Hey, yeah, it's weed, and I got a pistol in here." So I'm just letting you know, and that was the arrest moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. In Texas, you can't have both.
Yeah. Had he not had a pistol, I think he'd be free.
Yeah.
But this is his second charge.
So they charged him with unlawful possession of a firearm. So help me to understand. Like, I know that you had to have legal, get to legally carry your weapon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that still in the play here in Texas, or now that if you're of age, you can just have a firearm without being registered? You
know what? That's a good question, man. Because it appears like you don't have to have nothing the way these young niggas. Right.
From what I understand, it is you can have a gun as long as you don't have no felony or no whatever. Mm-hmm. You can buy one. In Texas, you don't need the license. Okay. It's good to have one, but
now check it out. Yeah. That's my point. Yeah. So if you don't need a license to own a vehicle, how can you be? A weapon. How can you be charged with unlawful possession? Yeah. So now, when you say unlawful possession, now I'm thinking to myself, do he have a felony?
It's got to be. Yeah.
Well, you said this is his second time.
This is his second case. He caught another one before that in Arlington. That back in February
of this same year.
The same year.
He got this was still after the new law.
So what was his felony for the first time?
Marijuana possession charge.
So those were misdemeanors.
Okay, that's different.
Yeah. So now the question would be: are you a felon? Are you a felon? And if they charge you with unlawful possession, now I'm thinking, will your charges be upgraded?
And I see what you're saying. I mean, because being a felon, he shouldn't have a firearm on him. Period. Which was the only way I could think that it would be unlawful.
Yeah.
Here in Texas.
You gotta just be careful, man. When you smoking weed and you got a gun in your car. Period.
You can't do both.
You can't do both because
Houston, Texas.
You can't do all three. Be black, smoke weed.
You better not have a nice car.
And then too, on top of that, with Greg Abbott trying to get rid of this marijuana, weed, it's even tougher now when it comes to marijuana.
Yeah. So the laws change, man, and we don't know what they change to, but my hope is that they don't, I hope you don't get no major time, but those guns, man, can get you caught up.
As far as the marijuana, apparently it was less than 2 ounces.
Yeah. Now, what I don't know is if he bonded out, but he did miss, like I say, a couple
$5,000 bond.
He had a $5,000 bond. Well, he was supposed to appear at a Wingstop after party that they was going to do because Wingstop used his music for a couple of commercials, so I'm guessing he gonna give back and just go, sign autographs and do stuff like that, So it kind of put a damper on the beginning, but where he's gonna prevail at is the music gonna speak for itself.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Big Extra Plug jamming. I don't think there's nothing that can hold him. I just hope that Pistol Case don't, he gonna have to go back and forth to court, of course, But I think the type of money he make, I think he can beat it, And being that he's a, celebrity, they kind of give him, if he got the right attorney, he'll be fine. I think, I don't think he gonna end up doing no time on no pistol charge or nothing like that, But again, you gotta be careful, man, riding around smoking weed and you got a gun. You gotta pick your battle. You know what I'm saying?
On the flip side, though, I mean, this is kind of good marketing to be arrested.
Yeah.
Let's go. His album.
Yeah,
because
now,
now,
do good.
exactly.
Numbers
now
gonna do well.
the album gets known all over because a lot of people didn't know what the man was doing.
Big Extra Plug, yep.
But now, okay, he released a country rap album and he get arrested.
At the same. Maybe it was supposed to happen.
So
like
the news, they take that and they blow it out of proportion. This is what they do. So that's gonna help record sales. Well, not record sales.
Numbers
streams,
gonna be
numbers. You know what I'm saying? The problem though, that I've been noticing, and these artists, I mean, these are really good artists, but where the issue is with them is because remember back when a record would sell for $10, you could sell a record for $10 and shit, you sold 1 million records. You had you $1 million. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
$10 each. The artist at least had $1 million.
Yeah.
Well, it's so much different now. He's gonna get the numbers. He's gonna do the numbers, but the money don't add up. So supposedly for 1 million streams, you only get a payout of like $4,000. That's trash,
that's
bro.
trash.
That ain't no money. That's not enough. But it's only half a penny for every stream. So you really around here. You can't eat.
For these up and coming artists.
So here go a thought I just had, right? So everybody ain't really fucking with country rap music, right? So think about his fans that he have, the street dudes that love his rap, just rap alone.
Yeah.
And he probably didn't have country folk who like country music listening to his music, to his rap music,
Exactly.
right? So ideally, with him going to get country guests and country artists, ideally you would think that, okay, he may gain a few country followers.
Yeah.
But on the flip side of that, what if he loses his core rap audience? Because they're saying, oh man, he didn't win country. I ain't messing with that.
Well, and if that's the case, if he lose, I think it's a chance that you take, and I think when you take chances like that, it helps you succeed, because what he can't worry about is the fact that somebody don't like what he doing, because growth, everybody not gonna like your growth. You know what I mean? So I still think he's doing the right thing, and he may lose a couple of people that are not really into different styles of music. If that's the case, it's time, because it's time for you to move on.
It worked for Nelly. I mean, he had country grandma. I know it wasn't that many country songs on that, but he had a few country songs.
I think he'll lose some, but I think he will replace more than what he's gonna look. Yeah, he'll gain more than what he's gonna lose.
Because you got to think about what he's transferring over to. There's gonna be, I mean, you got heavy hitters on there. You're gonna gain some of their fans.
Look at it this way too, and I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah,
I'm not. I think it's a cool move.
This is his sophomore album.
I think this is probably his third or fourth album.
Is it his third or fourth?
Because he had the one, the rap. I'm from Texas. That was his first album, I think. His second album was The Biggest, The Largest.
I thought they were the same damn album, or the same.
Nah, they different.
I think they're different, and so this may be his third album.
Okay.
I don't know which album it is. It's not really giving.
Yeah,
me that.
this may be his third album, but I lost my train of thought. That's what I was gonna say. So check this out. So look at it this way. Now, of course, I'm just playing devil's advocate, but think about when Beyonce
did her country,
right?
Yeah.
There was a lot of country folks that did not want to accept her in their genre of music because she comes from R&B. Now there's probably a lot of country folks that's looking at it and be like, we don't want this rap artist in our genre of music. First you had this R&B chick coming to our genre music. Now you got this rapper who created a whole country rap album, right? Versus we allow Nelly to come in to do something with Tim McGraw, I think, over and over again. A song. You understand what I'm saying? A song. We let you do that song, but now you want to come in and take over the whole genre. You want to be a part of the genre.
Yeah.
Now when you're giving awards out, and you're at these country awards, and now do you even put him in a category as hypothetical new country artist, right?
Yeah.
Because do you put him in that category? Because now if you don't put him in that category, y'all country folk hating. Y'all country music war people hating.
Well,
but if you put him in the category, then it's like the country folk be like, he don't belong here.
So here's the deal with the category thing. It's gonna be up to the Country Music Awards to create a category for that, because that's not country music, it's country rap.
Yeah.
So they'd have to create a complete. They may not want to do that.
Well, they've already done so.
Yeah.
They've already done so. I think we've talked about it. Yeah, they've changed the category, the country category, because of the Beyonce winning.
Yeah, well, that's
best
good.
country album of the year.
See, and that's the point though. They created this because technically you're kind of still separating these new artists that's coming from different genres.
Yeah.
You're still trying to separate them from your pure country artists. So, because basically what you're saying is, we'll give you an award over here in this new category, but you're not top of the notch country to be over here to be in the category with these real country folk. You understand what I'm saying?
Now, when they have the CMA Awards, the Country Music Awards, let's see how they're categorized, if at all, period. You know, then
it really should be a category in the Country Music Awards.
This is the kind of stuff I be thinking about, like, for real.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, damn.
I think they'll separate it because now they have Jelly Roll. They can throw him up.
The fairest thing that I think that they can do is determine and go by the amount of views or streams that somebody in country rap is getting. Those numbers are what's going to determine whether they open up a category for that. Because if it's not enough people, then we can't just get an award to one person because it's only one country rapper that made it. You know,
I also think, in a weird kind of way, people don't want to acknowledge it. Your race plays a part, and I know that there's been black country singers from day one,
like Aaron Neville's,
Charlie Pride, and all those older, right? But and I say that is because, little known fact, for those who, there may be some people know, you know, Jelly Roll started out as a rapper, man. Jelly Roll was a rapper.
Right.
So, but because his skin is white, this is my own opinion. He got tattoos all over him, so do black rappers. He started out as a rapper, he was a rapper, but for some reason you're accepted around over this way. Now, on top of that, here's what I noticed with Shambuzi, the black guy with the dreads, right? He started out, you know, he's pure country over here, right? They've accepted him. But what he did, in my opinion, this is me peeping from a distance, he flipped it on them. Instead of me coming in, rap, converting the country, I'm not saying he's a rapper, but let me flip it on you. I'm gonna take Jaquan Tipsy, which is a rap song,
and make it
country. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you gotta kind of hide the medicine in the candy.
Yeah, and they ate that up too.
Yeah, they did.
Which
you
was
gotta kind of hide the medicine in the candy.
That's definitely a smart move. For anybody to change over categories in music, man, I think it takes a lot of courage, for one, because they're stepping into a genre that may not even like rap music, you know what I mean? But you about to force it on these people. But I mean, again, I'm the type, man, I like to listen to, I think the creative person to me is one who can switch from one to, because if you can do music, man, it shouldn't matter what style of music.
It shouldn't.
You know
and
what
you're
I'm saying?
right. You're right,
it really
bro.
Stepping outside your comfort zone.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because we had
recreating yourself.
Remember older groups, and I'm gonna speak of one person, Al Green. Al Green did soul, blues, gospel, and gospel.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it matters what style of music. If you're a musician, you should be able to do any kind of music that you want. It shouldn't be because of your skin color, none of that. You know, if you're good, you're good, point blank, period. I mean, if we've had black people do rock music.
And here's another person that did R&B, country, and R&B, country, and you just said it.
Was it gospel?
Gospel.
Yeah.
Lionel Richie,
he did.
Oh, he sure did.
He did. And
Lionel
he
Richie.
had the smooth country voice sound and everything, but then he could get on some other black music that we like and be like, man,
Yeah.
sail on.
Now, again, this is me, man, and I'm always thinking. I think he was less intimidating,
Yeah.
so he's more accepted.
Yeah.
Less intimidating.
Lionel Richie.
Lionel Richie.
Skin tone.
Okay.
Skin
Oh,
color.
I got
He
you.
could do.
He wasn't as dark.
He wasn't as
as-
dark, and
I got you.
so
I got
he's
you.
more accepting
Yeah,
and
well,
more. Come
well,
on.
what we do know is the entertainment has always accepted a lighter skinned black person.
Exactly. Lionel
And
Ludacris.
I think maybe one of the darker skinned brothers that got in that the white people accepted was Sammy Davis Jr. He wasn't a light skinned
He
tone,
wasn't light,
he was
but
a
he
dark
was short and not.
with a big swole ass head. Yeah, that man had a fine head, man.
I think he's probably had some kind of deformities.
Something.
I know one of his eyes.
I don't wanna say that, but damn.
One of his eyes was
fucked up.
was glass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
And he had some kind of deformity. You notice he had
Yeah.
a scar or whatever.
Yeah.
But then too, I know we're probably getting a little sidetracked, but you're right with Sammy Davis. But a part of me feels like why he was accepted by them is because of tap dancing.
Yeah, right.
Which was kind of, like
It was
that was
hot
a
back
form
then.
that was a form of entertainment for whites, and they looked at it, and these are my words.
Yeah.
I think they look at it as shucking and jive. Like, look at the black folks dancing
Right.
and tapping. But he slid into singing with it.
Yeah, yeah.
And
it got
then
into
that transformed into
entertainment.
it
Acting.
transformed into acting.
Acting.
But you come in, you were dancing for the white folk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you got to get in when you get in. I ain't knocking or whatever the case may be. So,
But it is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
But man, Big X the plug, man. He was supposed to do a party at Deep. I think it's Deep Ellen nightclub. Missed that. So hopefully, they can get some rescheduled stuff going to where he'll be able to get back in the mix and sign autographs, hang out with the people, take pictures. Social media purposes and stuff like that. But what I do feel, I feel like he'll do pretty good in the country category. I want to hear some stuff. I haven't heard nothing yet. So for everybody that's listening, if y'all heard it, let me know what it sound like. Send me a link. Leave a comment. Let me know what's going on. I do want to hear Big X the Plug's country rap album. I want to hear that. I think it's going to be interesting. However, now, Big X, let me say this to you, bro. When you're in your new truck, make sure you got your tags on there so the people don't pull you over. Holla back. Peace.
So that's all, y'all, for this edition of Music Monday. Thanks for tuning in. Come back tomorrow and check out True Tuesday with K Money. Hit that like button, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram and Facebook, D52 Scott Podcast. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast.